Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failure, and this is the start of a collection of videos inspired by comments I got from two of my viewers. Hunter1536 writes, Alrighty, came up with an extra challenge. Attempt beating all missions with just Molotovs and the flamethrower, abusing the fact that you're fireproof, and see how far you can take Pyromaniac Tommy before it becomes impossible or too annoying. Another viewer, Turtail, wrote, I propose a challenge not only for the next mission, but for all of them. Pass every mission by only using melee weapons, no firearms or explosives unless the game forces you to use them. Thanks for the suggestions, Hunter and Turtail. I'm going to attempt your challenges and add a third one, and that's to use the Hop-In Girl cheat code. That's the one where you can get an NPC to get into your vehicle or onto your motorcycle and try to drown as many mission-specific NPCs as possible. So my goal for this little mini-series of videos here is to do all story missions, first with Molotovs, then with the Hop-In Girl cheat code if possible, and finally with a melee weapon. In these videos, I'll also attempt all of the asset missions that involve combat, but I won't be doing non-combat asset missions like Distribution, which is the one in the Cherry Poppers ice cream van, or Checkpoint Charlie, fuck that fucking mission, because neither of those has anything to do with the, the fire challenge or the melee weapon challenge here. I counted 56 story and asset missions and all that I'm planning on doing in this little mini-series here. The final total may be a little bit off from that number. I might also try Vigilante using only Molotovs or only a chainsaw. We'll see if that's feasible. So in this video, you saw me start a new game and then complete Paramedic so I can sprint forever. Next up is Firefighter so that I'm fireproof. That's going to be key because there's going to be a lot of fire in these videos here. And Pizza Boy so that my health is 150 instead of 100. I'm going to try to avoid killing any mission-specific NPCs with my vehicle, but there will be times when I need to use my vehicle to get a fleeing NPC out of their vehicle so that I can kill them with Molotovs or a melee weapon. Since we've already seen all of the story missions and asset missions in full detail in this video series, I expect I'll mainly just be showing the combat parts of the missions, and I'll skip driving and other non-combat related aspects of the different missions here. Largely, I'll be doing the missions in the same order as I did earlier in the series, but to avoid the Havana outfit glitch, I need to delay the Avery missions to much later in the series, which also means I have to delay the Umberto and Auntie Poulette missions to much later in the series. During these videos, I'm going to freely use weapons cheat codes to give me Molotovs and melee weapons, but I won't use any health cheat codes or wanted cheat codes. We've seen plenty of Tommy doing all of these missions already in the series, so I'm going to be using cheat codes to play as different characters. Each character will get to do about 6 missions. We're starting off here as Mercedes by using the cheat code Foxy Little Thing, no spaces. And to go along with the fire theme of this series, I typed the cheat code Certain Death, which makes the player smoke a cigarette. In terms of passing these challenges with melee weapons, I think using the katana is going to be the toughest, so that will be my default. I'll try to pass all of these missions with a katana if I can, but if I fail a bunch of times with a katana, then maybe I'll switch to a baseball bat, which would be a little bit easier than a katana. And if I fail with the baseball bat, then I might switch over to a chainsaw, which is technically a melee weapon, or at least it's in that melee weapon slot. But my hope is to do as many missions as I can with the katana, just like I said, because that's going to be the toughest melee weapon to pass these missions with. So you saw there was some graphical issue there with the phone Mercedes was holding up. I think it's because Mercedes' character is just shorter than Tommy, so there are going to be some things that just aren't lined up because we're using non-Tommy characters. We went back to Tommy. I didn't choose that, but the game forced me back into Tommy's outfit, Tommy's skin, I think because of this outfit change right here. So I typed in Foxy Little Thing, became Mercedes. Now we're back as Tommy because of the outfit change. Now I'll type in Foxy Little Thing and we're back as Mercedes. Again, smoking the cigarette to go with the flame theme of a bunch of these videos. Sorry, Arnold, we need your bike. And again, skipping most of the drives and most of the non-combat parts of these missions. I will show some aspects of the cutscenes. I just think it's funny, like this waitress, the server here, kind of looking, it's like they're flirting with each other, but it's supposed to be Tommy and it's Mercedes instead. And here is Cortez talking to someone that looks an awful lot like his daughter, like a slightly taller version of his daughter. And then you hear Tommy speaking from Mercedes' body, and then here's Mercedes talking to Mercedes over here. Oh, this is pretty cool. And then you can see the arms not quite interlocked again because I think of the height difference. So now we'll skip the rest of this cutscene and most of the drive over to the pole position club, and let me read a comment I got on my original video on this mission, the party. This was from Michael Mueller. You can block Mercedes off from the pole position club by parking a vehicle obscuring her path in the cutscene. After running into the car for a few seconds, the mission will succeed, and Mercedes' model walks as a regular NPC down the streets outside. So thank you for the suggestion, Michael. Let's give this a try. And here we go. Oh, she thinks of herself as handsome. That's cute. And what's going to happen when she fails to get into the club in a timely fashion? Mission passed, and there she is. Yeah, Michael was right. I've never seen Mercedes on the streets, never seen her outside of missions. Pretty cool. All right, a little bit of a cut here, and again, a big part of the series is about Molotovs, so here we go. No combat in the mission, but there is Mercedes dying to a Molotov. That's it for the mission, the party, and now we move on to Back Alley Brawl, and I'll show you here in this cutscene that we start as Mercedes, and then in the cutscene we will continue to be Mercedes. So I think you can just be this other character in the cutscenes. It was just the mission, the party, that was special. It turned us back into Tommy because we had to have that change of clothing as part of the mission. Normally I would do each of these missions 3 times, like once with the Molotov, once with the Hop-In Girl cheat code, and then once with a melee weapon, probably the katana. But because there was no combat in the party, I just did the party 1 time. But we'll do this mission here 3 times. And now Leo Teal dead by Molotov cocktail. And now we will be out of breath, probably because of all the fumes from the fire. I don't know, it's hard to breathe around fire. And then here's Mercedes meeting Lance Vance. And now we're going to go ahead and take out the 3 chefs defenders with, again, Molotovs. So let's toss one right at our feet here. Lots of fire in this series. Have some, boys. Okay, and so that is mission complete in terms of Molotovs. I'm not going to do anything more with that mission. The rest of it is non-combat related. Now we do the Hop-In Girl cheat code. We'll get the chef, Leo Teal, into the vehicle. And I should have just driven over the edge here and jumped out at the last second to drown him. Instead, I thought maybe I could like push the car into the water. This was a poor decision, as you'll see. So we get it kind of like on edge. I thought maybe he would get out and drown himself. Somehow the car is stuck here, like it's not falling down. This is like the Spider-Man car. So I said, no problem. I'm going to get in, drive a tiny bit forward and get out. And you're going to see that this was a poor decision on my part. Somehow Leo is going to get out and keep me in the car. And somebody's going to drown, but it ain't going to be the chef. Look at this. And he's standing on nothing. He's totally fine. Poor Mercedes, dead. That was not right. Okay, so we'll try it again. We've got Leo Teal here in the car with us, and we'll just jump out and roll. And now he is drowned. And now we're going to get the cell phone. So where is the cell phone? Is it in the river? No, take a look at the minimap. You can see that there's a yellow square back where we were. So apparently his cell phone transported, time traveled back over to where he was supposed to die. And so then we just go pick it up and continue with the mission. So here's a completely different attempt. I've got the chef in the vehicle with me. We'll toss him in the river. And in this case, the cell phone, you can see now the yellow triangle is in the river. So I ran around the river hoping maybe I could just barely touch it from over here. Couldn't quite make it. Then I think I'm going to head back around to the original side of the river and jump and hope that I grab it and then get teleported. All right, cell phone acquired, and it worked. I can't believe it worked. That was actually the plan. There was like this big black screen, but eventually, yeah, I survived. This is the same attempt. Okay, so Hop-In Girl is the thing we're trying to do here, and we're going to do that with all 3 of the chef's friends. If this NPC would stop beating me up here. Thank you. Okay, can I get all 3 of these guys? Let's see. So there's 1 chef in the passenger seat. This is me pausing the game and typing Hop-In Girl. And again, and I really had a hard time getting all of them into one vehicle, but that's 2 and 3. I didn't show you my fails here, but they just kept getting out or pulling me out or whatever. But yeah, all 3 of these other chefs are going to go to our favorite river over here. And again, I just need to hop out and let the vehicle do its thing. Perfect. So that's going to be the end of my attempt with the Hop-In Girl cheat code. We've drowned 4 NPCs, and now it is katana time. All right, Leo, what you got? Oh, this is me just kind of reminding you that Leo is in a circle, and if you get outside of his circle, he just calmly goes back to the middle of the circle and back to his phone call. All right, get some. There we go. Okay, so we've got Leo done, but I still want to kill all three of his friends with the katana, getting as much bang for my buck out of this katana thing as I can. So let's see how this goes. I don't expect it'll be too much of a problem. I mean, these guys are armed. I think they've got like cleavers or machetes or what. I'm not sure what the weapon is called. Maybe it's just a cleaver. So when they hit me, it does hurt, but so does my katana. Bam, there's one, there's two, and three. Okay, so that is the end of this mission. This is just the tail end of the drive. Again, I'm not going to show you much of the missions other than the combat sections. So that is Back Alley Brawl complete.
I'm gonna go see what I can dig up. I'll be watching you, Tommy.
That's 2 missions done. 2 more to go for this particular video. Let's move on to our next mission. Jury Fury. Boom. It always cracks me up to see Mercedes in these cutscenes. All right, here we go. Turns out you can damage the jurors' vehicles enough with Molotovs. It just takes a couple. So there's number 2. I had to use the Molotovs cheat code many times in this video series here, because you only get like 10 at a time. Sometimes I need a lot. Depends on the mission. All right, so there's Mercedes, smoking, holding her Molotovs. And moving on to juror number 2's cars. I had to throw it kind of far left because I didn't want to accidentally kill the juror. If he dies before you damage his vehicle, then it's mission fail. Okay, I don't want to smash his vehicle up. I just want to burn it. There it goes. Okay, so mission passed with Molotovs. And now we're going to move on to our attempt with the Hop-In Girl cheat code. There we go. So I don't know what my plan is here. Honestly, I recorded this footage like 2 weeks ago from when I'm making the commentary. And, you know, like I can't kill this guy because it's mission failed, like I said. So I think we just like parked him a couple blocks away just to see what would happen. My suspicion was that he would get teleported back to his vehicle once I damaged it enough. And just a few more bullets here, and we will catch this vehicle on fire, which I thought maybe was going to fail me. But no, as soon as it blows up, the cutscene continues, and this guy got teleported from a few blocks away over here to where he was supposed to be. And I think that's the other juror in that car. I used the Hop-In Girl cheat to get the juror into this vehicle with me, and of course it's a mission fail because you killed the juror. Alright, so that's the end of Hop-In Girl, and nothing to do with the katana here because there's no combat. And here I walked into the starting mission marker for Riot as Tommy, but as Mercedes, but it switched me to Tommy because there is a clothing change in this particular mission. Okay, so I mentioned needing a lot of Molotovs. This is one of the missions I was thinking about, which requires a lot of Molotovs. So I guess it's just 3 to make a vehicle blow up, but you got to hit the vehicle those 3 times, and I wasn't convinced that I was hitting the vehicle every time. So like I'm looking, trying to figure out, oh, that got people mad. Yeah, so once you like fight with, was it 3 of these guys, then they all start brawling and attacking you. Most of them are dead now. I really hope you like fire, because that's going to be a lot of this series. I ran out of Molotovs, so I had to give myself another 10. Leave me alone, everybody. And eventually, I think we catch that thing on fire enough to make it explode. And now we'll send many Molotovs over in the direction of these other 2 vehicles. Had to give myself more Molotovs again because I ran out. But it looks like one of them is on fire, and that should catch the other one on fire. Lots of flames here, which is good actually, because according to YouTube analytics, pyromaniacs aged 20 to 39 are one of my fastest growing groups. So this will really help my sub count, I think, this series. Okay, so that's mission passed with the flamethrower, or the Molotovs, I should say. Now we're going to try with the katana. There's nothing to do with the Hop-In Girl, at least nothing I could think of, so we're skipping that one, and now we're just going to try to pass this thing with the katana. That means killing 3 of these folks with the katana, and that will get everybody mad, which is going to make things quite difficult, fighting off a group of like 20 folks with a katana. All right, there's one. All right, so there you go. So 3 of them mad at me. I killed 3 of them, and now they're all mad at me. And so I think I'm gonna like back away from here. Like If I get ganged up on, I lose my health. So it's much better for me if I can kind of like lure them out and get into a fight with like only, you know, a couple of them at a time. Back up, Mercedes. Back up, Mercedes. Oh, there's a head. Okay, good. And more katana action. There we go. Hello, officer. Don't mind me. I'm a foxy little thing with my katana. All right. So that at some point, I need to. Oh, there's a head. I need to like shoot or do something to blow up these vehicles, right? Like a katana is not capable of getting these vehicles to blow up, and I need all three of those vehicles to blow up. So let's see here. I think I just decided to finish my rampage here. Yep, lots of dead folks there on the ground. And then we're going to take out this guard with the katana and get up. Okay, so what am I doing here? Right, so I think probably we'll get one of them. Oh yeah, I remember now. Like I said, it was a few weeks ago that I recorded the footage, but I put all of them near each other, and then I was hoping that the officers would just shoot me up a bunch, because again, I need these things to blow up, and I can't make it happen with just a katana. So hoping that the police are mad enough at me that they target the vehicle I'm in, catch it on fire, and then I'll quickly run away, and then let this exploding truck blow up the two neighboring exploding trucks. My memory is that it's a helicopter that's going to do me in. Right. Okay, so then I got pulled out, which is not cool. So I need to get back in. I need to get the vehicle in the middle of the other two. And I don't want to be fighting here with this, like, SWAT guy or whatever that military one was. Like, he had some powerful guns. Okay, so now we need somebody to shoot up this vehicle a bunch. Yeah, okay, it's on fire. Let's run away, Mercedes. Oh, all the way down to 94. That was quick, but I think we're about to be mission pass. Okay, so that's the end of Riot. Oh, hello. So hopefully this series of challenges is going to be interesting to you. Thank you so much to Hunter1536 and Turtail for the suggestion. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you real soon.